most important is, again, to start thinking beyond Beirut. What can they see? They can see churches which are 2,000 years old, since a church was invented, if you like. They can see where the alphabet came from. They should, try to investigate the name Britannica comes from where. Britannica means, in the Phoenician language, in the Arambi language, the land of tin. And the Phoenicians were trading tin, Cornwall, about 1,000 years BC. So there is a lot to see in this country, and it's a very, very small country. We're talking of a country of about 10,450 square kilometers, but you've got the four seasons of the country. Now, in the winter, say in January, February, March, you can ski on snow, and then water ski the Mediterranean in under an hour, in about 40 minutes. And that is the only country in the world where you can do this. So Beyond Beirut is very important for us, and sustainable tourism is very, very important for our country. We want responsible tourists. We want more and more Europeans who are coming to experience our way of life, to spend time with the locals. We want the locals, to make money out of sustainable tourism. And the whole idea of eco-friendly tourism is very important for our country. Hence, I'm trying to work very, very hard now to introduce the mountain trail, which is a trail of about 500 kilometers, which covers the whole of Lebanon, from the north to the south. And again, you can spend the nights, bed and breakfast, with the locals to experience the Lebanese way of life. And we have, environmentally friendly camps all over Mount Lebanon, where people can really, spend few days very, very close to nature, where, they produce their own electricity using the sun and windmills, and totally recyclable, they recycle everything. And this is very, very important, as I said, for the future of the country, and to take tourists outside Beirut. As you rightly said, about 70% of our tourists, stay in and around Beirut. And we want them up in the mountains. We have a lot of hotels in the mountains, but traditionally, these hotels open only during the summer season. So we are trying with the owners to change this mentality, and for them to understand that, they can attract tourists all year round. And, the culture of this long weekend, because in Lebanon, the weekend is like in Europe, Saturday and Sunday, whereas in the rest of the Middle East, it's Thursday and Friday. And we are trying to attract weekenders, to come and spend the weekends in Lebanon. The Europeans who are staying in the Arab world, in the Gulf, are very, very good clients. They come to Lebanon to enjoy the wine, to enjoy the nightlife, which is among the most sophisticated in the world, to ski during the winter, and to have good time and enjoy Lebanese hospitality. One should remember, when you come to Lebanon, it's not just to visit the Lebanon. You're visiting the Lebanese, probably the most cosmopolitan people on earth.
Most cosmopolitan, and obviously the most hospitable as well.
Yes, indeed. It's part of our tradition, For example, I had a long time ago a girlfriend from New Zealand. She came to visit us during the war. We went together to Lebanon, and I was driving a sports car, and we had a puncture. New Year's Eve. Within like 5 minutes, I couldn't call the AA. It was during the war. Within 5 minutes, 5 cars stopped. I didn't have a jack in the car, so they lifted the car, and the tire was changed. This is the type of people the Lebanese people are. Yes, they are very hospitable. You are in the villages, you can walk to any house and ask for anything. And certainly I'm fighting now perception, which is in the Western world, that when you think of chaos, you think of Beirut, and you think of Lebanon. And most of the travel advice given by Western governments against traveling to Lebanon. I always say numbers are much louder than words. Maybe in the last 20 years we do not have an incident, any tourist, probably more than 25 years really, we don't have any incident to write home about. In fact, Lebanon is very, very secure. You can walk around with your expensive watch anywhere in the country at night. Probably it's something you cannot do in this country. And if you want to compare Beirut to so many capitals in the world, I think it's much, it's a very secured city really.
And your target for the next 5 years, what will be your vision of tourism in
I do
Lebanon?
not want to increase the numbers by more than 20% per annum. In 2009, we increased, in comparison to 2008, by 39%. We were the number one in the world. We are not a destination for what I refer to as fish and chips tourism. We are a destination. I want to attract more middle-income people. We are expensive, but very good value for money in comparison, to other places in the Middle East. For $200 a night, you can stay off-season in a 4-star hotel. During the season, $350, $400, so which is still reasonable in comparison to Europe. And the Lebanese restaurants, world-renowned, really. You can have a very good meal with a nice drink for somewhere in the region of $30 to $40 per head, which is quite competitive. So really, it is a destination which is different. It is a destination which is challenging, and as I said before, it goes back in history, a few thousand years. It is interesting. Lebanon is not just a country; it's a message for the rest of the world. To see a mosque stuck to a church in the country, and so many mosques stuck to churches, is quite interesting. And Jesus Christ spent some time in Lebanon, and it is there where he turned water into wine. My favorite miracle, by the way. So,
very sensible as far as the Lebanon's concerned.
So there's a lot to see in this small country.
Thank you very much indeed.
You're most welcome. Thank you.